Can you talk about the difference between this fight here and the last one? Rashad, you mentioned that, when you were competing at that time, you're like, oh my God, I'm fighting Tito Ortiz, but sort of roles are reversed. You're saying Tito's saying that.
Yeah, I mean, when I had to fight Tito the first time, I was very young and impressionable at the time, and it's one of those growing pains in the sport. Fighting somebody like Tito Ortiz, legend of the sport at the time, and still is. It was very hard for me to kind of realize what was happening, and then the fight's over. I'm like, man, I could have really fought this guy and did a lot better. But those days are over. I'm one of the bigger guys in the organization now, and I know what I can do, and I'm very confident in my abilities.
Well, it's nice to hear his confidence in his abilities that he believes in. And of course, my confidence is through the roof. My abilities was where I always wanted to be, before my surgery, and now my surgery's done. It's been a year and a half, and I'm very confident, as I say. You say, what's the difference between before and now? I'm a different person. Mentally, physically, emotionally, everything I've always wanted to be in for the UFC. Having Dana have my back and UFC having my back and be where I want to be and being a world champion again, and that's facing against Rashad Evans. I mean, he's former light heavyweight world champ, and so am myself, and I see some mistakes in his game, and he thinks I have mistakes in my game, but on Saturday night we're going to prove and see who's the best man with my hand raised.
How much of your decision had to do with the fact that you still had that little thing in your chest about the tie that you guys had before? I mean, kind of like a rematch or something to get it off your shoulder, or have you moved on from that?
I moved on from that 100%. I'm a totally different person, a different fighter. I look at that one as a learning experience. On both of our parts, I think. I think Rashad learned a lot from it. I learned a lot from it. I felt how strong Rashad was. He said he was a puppy, and now he's a big dog. We'll see on Saturday night, man.
How about you, Rashad? I know the three changes in opponents. Once it came down to Tito, did that cross your mind at least just to the tie?
No, not really. I was just like, I was happy that he just took the fight, to be honest. Because when you have fights canceled like that, you never know what's going to happen. And I've been out of the cage so long, I would have fought anybody. So it really didn't matter. But the fact that he stepped up, it was kind of cool. I had to kind of rekindle those old feelings of what happened in that draw. But for the most part, I moved on from that. It feels like a long time ago. 4 years, a lot changes in 4 years, and I've changed the type of person that I am, and I changed the kind of fighter that I am. And there's been so many changes in my life since then. So on Saturday, Tito's gonna feel somebody he's never felt before. I'm not the same fighter, and if he's assuming that I am, then he's gonna be in trouble.